sticking around for the second half.
So yeah, the NFL does a great job. Forget today. You know what today is? It's the tradition of AFC versus NFC. But the entire week down here in Orlando and everything that goes on at Disney's Wide World of Sports, from the Skills Challenge to the flag football to the youth events, the opportunity to be with these players up close for the young fans.
The fan experience has been unbelievable, especially over at Wide World of Sports. The way it's set up over there, the way the fans can almost touch the players, unreal.
Here's Trubisky. Second season since entering the league, and that is picked off. That Harris from the Broncos, his 4th Pro Bowl appearance.
Now it's time to go take the picture.
Here it is, Book.
Let's go get together, take the picture. I don't think Mitch saw him.
Had that bootleg, the comeback. Chris Harris was standing right underneath it. There they are. Jarvis Landry came out for it. He wanted to get some of that photo.
There are no rules, only fun.
You know, Tess, you had mentioned about the winning team, not only the money you get, but the high school youth football team. And my brother was last year I was playing in this game. I was a part of that game. We were up 17. My brother's thinking he's the high school coach. Right. He's like, I'm going to get a nice little check from my little brother here. AFC comes back and wins it. You know, my brother's like, oh, man, he was crushed. You know, of course, I didn't think twice about it, but he was tore up that he didn't get that check.
Your other brother's a coordinator there, isn't he?
He helps him out. He does a good job. Great program.
Andrew Luck here as he throws it behind Melvin Gordon.
It's great what the league's doing there, though, recognizing these high school, and that's where it starts. All these guys, we covered the flag football game earlier. They're dreaming about this, got it on the back of their helmets. Hey, look, we were the same way. High school, thinking about maybe one day that can happen. And then now to be at the Pro Bowl with the best of the best, to be recognized at that, it's a heck of an accomplishment.
Second. 170. What's that?
James Conner on second down. He's met by DeMarcus Lawrence.
And to your point, you know, so many people over the last couple of years have been attacking football with the head injuries and concussions. What the NFL is doing is going back to the grassroots. Let's teach how to play the game safer at a younger level. Even in flag football, we want to make sure we go for flags, we're not colliding. So I think the NFL does an unbelievable job starting back at ground zero. Let's teach people how to play the game, teach kids how to play, and as they come up now, we can get the excitement about football back again.
I think flag football is a wonderful way to kind of learn a lot of different positions, enjoy the game, get a sense of what you're doing, have enthusiasm for it before you get to the level where you make the decision to play tackle, which is typically mostly at the modified and freshman football level nowadays. Do you know how many kids across our country, boys and girls, are taking part in flag football right now? 450,000. We saw a lot of it this week at the championship level here.
Yeah, it was incredible to watch. And like what you said, I mean, look, they're developing these crafts, right? And these traits of, like, how do you play? And they're doing it year-round, which is fantastic. And you know, I coach my boys' flag football team, and I'm telling you, some of these kids are unbelievable. The skill set that they develop at an early age, competition, it's unbelievable. I think it's great for the game as they grow up and see them competing like that.
Oh, Jason Myers here in rainy conditions attempting a 58-yarder. It's no good, came short. We'll take a short break. NFC will be back out there on offense, trailing by 17. It's the 13 and 14-year-old boys division. The Tucson squad had their girls win the national championship yesterday here in Orlando. We congratulate all the participants of the flag football championships. Saquon Barkley, 4 yards ahead for the Giants. Front runner for the NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. He finished the season with over 2,000 yards from scrimmage. That led the NFL. He is a weight room warrior. Third rookie in NFL history with 2,000-plus scrimmage yards. Eric Dickerson, Edgerrin James, the other two. Here's Trubisky on 2nd and 7, getting it quickly out to Davante Adams.
Hey, you got to slap.
You know, Saquon, he's one of those guys that, like, when you're at a Pro Bowl, you see him, he just sticks out. There's something about him. I mean, his size, his ability, he's a special back. He was hyped up coming out of Penn State. You see how he cuts? There's not a weakness to his game. He can be explosive. He'll jump over you. He'll go around you. He's good as a receiver, over 90 catches. They have to fix that offensive line in New York. But this guy, you can build everything you want about him. He understands football. He's got a high football IQ. He loves playing and great instincts at the point of attack.
They're down in 2. Fleet flicker, and Kamara put it a little too high. And, oh, by the way, Jamal Adams is here to play defense.
I mean,
Jamal Adams, what are you doing?
So Jamal has he's missed 2 interceptions so far in the game. He said, you know what? If I get an opportunity to make a splash play, he comes in full speed. Trubisky's like, hey, man, it's a Pro Bowl.
You know what the best
Not
part about
Jamal
this?
Adams, it isn't, Book. Oh.
There's no blitzing in this game. You see Jason Garrett's kind of arguing with the ref, but it's because it was a handoff.
Yes, there you go.
You know, it's not qualified as a blitz from that standpoint.
What was that question I posed to you at halftime? Could the AFC defense be the MVP? That's now 5 sacks. And here on 4th down, that NFC offense with Jason Garrett.
We got a challenge
flag.
Oh.
He gets 1, and he's throwing it here.
I think what he's challenging is the safety lined up on the line of scrimmage, which would be a legal formation defensively if you do line up in that formation. Yeah, here he is. He's coming on the edge.
The play is not reviewable.
Well, after a week of every NFL conversation from sports radio to weekday TV debate of what is and isn't reviewable or should be in the league, we find out that isn't reviewable. So just a smile on the face for Coach Garrett. And Jamal Adams. He has been like that all week long.
I think he may be like that next year when Greg Williams starts bringing in those safety blitzes up there for the New York.
What do you think of Williams and Gase getting themselves in New York? How's that going to play?
Well, Greg Williams has a formula for that defense. I mean, he knows what he wants to do, and he likes to blitz his safeties. He's an aggressive defense coordinator.
Oh, we got a fake here. As Elliott will take it ahead for an NFC first down. I guess that's what happens when you put Zeke Elliott in on specials. And Garrett loves it. 22-yard run on the fake to Zeke Elliott.
Yeah, and Zeke was giving the feed Zeke sign a little bit earlier, and that's what he was meaning. Give it to me on a fake punt. He's never played wingback in his life, I can assure you, on Punt Pro. He's never been the personal protector, but it worked out for him. There it goes. See that any this year?
How about Jason Garrett? Hey, Jamal Adams, you want to line up on the line of scrimmage? I'll show you. We're going to go for this fake punt here.
Yeah, we're going to have that guy running the ball. And let the NFL in rushing. So NFC offense with Trubisky keeps on going here. 33-yard line.
Yes.
Trying to finally break through here on the scoreboard as Alvin Kamara of the Saints is the featured back right now.
Oh, double pass.
Here's Thielen. Remember, he was awesome in precision passing, but not this time as Jamal Adams gets the last lap of this series.
Third time is the charm.
Adam Thielen just found out this isn't the skills challenge, it's the game. Talk about his transition to the NBA. James Harden's incredible scoring streak in focus. That is tonight after X Games, Aspen. James Conner wrapped up after a yard and a half. Lisa.
Thank you, Tess. Adam, you were so great in the skills challenge throwing the ball. What happened with that pick?
Well, I'm not one to make excuses, but it is raining pretty good out here. So
really,
I was just trying to throw it as far as I could, and but it wasn't easy.
Thanks for being such a good sport. Is it really raining, Russell? I didn't notice.
Oh, it feels like Seattle. You know, it's raining pretty good. But, you know, it's always fun being out here no matter what. You know, we really enjoy it, so it's a blessing.
The Seahawks surprised some folks this year, and after your season was over, you said it was a special one. What was so special about this season, you thought?
Well, I think that everybody doubted us. You know, people thought we were going to go 4-12 or whatever it was. And I think that we felt like we should have still kept going. We feel like we could have even been playing now. And so I think that you continue just to stay focused on what the journey is, you know, and you got to love the process more than the end result. And I think that our team loves the process more than the end result, and got a lot of great young guys that are dedicated to the game, and guys like Bobby Wagner and I, you know, guys like Doug and Tyler. Bobby and I always have a saying, you know, don't get bored with consistency. And no matter what we do, we want to be consistent when we play and when we prepare and everything else.
Well, as always, we appreciate you taking the time. Good luck next season.
Of course.
Thanks, Russell.
Go Hawks.
And a new quarterback for the AFC is Deshaun Watson, second-year player for the Texans. You can see the history that he made. The first player to report at least 4,000 passing yards, 25 passing touchdowns, 500 rushing yards, and at least 5 rushing touchdowns in a single season in NFL history. And, of course, we talk about the comeback of Andrew Luck, but Deshaun Watson, who's the replacement for Tom Brady in this game, comes back from the ACL. Started all 16 games this year. Wanted things to go better in the playoff game against the Colts, but here he is enjoying his first Pro Bowl. James Conner will advance it for the AFC for 5 yards and a first down. You know, that class of 2017, pretty good, aren't they? That next generation of the NFL quarterbacks.
They're talented guys, you know, but the thing I love about them, look at their win-loss record.
That's right.
I mean, quarterbacks are defined by whether they win or lose games, and you can't say enough about these 3 guys and what they've done. And Deshaun's been that way his entire life, you know, going back to what he did at college and Clemson, and great competitor. He'll continue to improve. He's got a good football team. They had some injuries up front. They can get healthy in that division. They can continue to do some damage.
Here he is on first down as he goes to Hill. Deshaun Watson, originally from Gainesville, Georgia. He's a big-time player there, was a 5-star recruit. Set high school records for passing touchdowns and total offense. Then, of course, he goes to Clemson, has all the success there, was a Heisman Trophy finalist in that thrilling win for the national title against Alabama. He's a humble leader, great son to his mother who overcame cancer when he was in high school. And I'll tell you, but we talked about it during our playoff game. I think one of the really undertold stories of this NFL season, you know how tough he is coming back from the knee injuries. He airs it out downfield here, and that is incomplete, and a flag does come out. But how about the fact of what happened to Deshaun Watson week 5 against Dallas when he suffered a punctured lung and injured ribs, and he just kept on playing, and he made that bus drive to Jacksonville because they were concerned about the flight with the punctured lung.
By any means necessary. And I think he showed his football team that he was willing to do that. And if the Houston Texans can get the...
Pass interference, number 31, defense. Ball being placed at the spot of the foul. First down.
And if the Houston Texans can get the offensive line shored up with Lamar Miller, you have one of the best receivers in football, DeAndre Hopkins. You get Will Fuller back. The offense can really be explosive, but you got to protect this young man up front. I thought he took too many hits. If Bill O'Brien will protect him, Houston can be right back where they were in the playoffs again.
And the thing I love about Deshaun, thinking about that, going on that bus to go down to Jacksonville, play a divisional opponent, is you don't have a ton of opportunities as a quarterback to kind of impose yourself as a leader, right? I mean, they all respect you because you hold that position and if you're really good. But, I mean, that sends a message to everybody in the organization of what his commitment level is and what he's willing to do to be out there with his teammates. That's a tough injury, what he had. I mean, that is tough for Deshaun Watson to overcome that. He didn't blink, though. When his team needed him the most, he was able to escape. He's never out of the play. And he had some injuries up front. They got to be able to protect him better. But, I mean, I was really impressed with his ability to make plays and his composure and just his mental toughness off of those injuries.
But, I mean, to your point, boy, he took hits. I mean, he was sacked in the regular season 62 times this year, most in the NFL.
That's too many. Entirely too many.
You can get that fixed, though. I mean, it's just, he's a good pocket passer, too. I think that's sometimes people underrated part of his game when we talk about Patrick Mahomes and these other guys.
Staying with it, but unable to secure it was Jarvis Landry. Oh, and he's still reaching out those hands, saying it should be right here.
All right, don't give me push-ups now. We're just talking about accurate passer.
Oh, he
got
put it
it
there.
A little wet. Maybe that sweatshirt had something to do with it being underneath there.
You know what? Receiver in his Pro Bowl, his first season in Cleveland, was a success story. Of course, the Browns making a nice bounce back, heading in the right direction as a franchise. And, I think Jarvis Landry is one of the guys that set the tone. We all saw what happened in Hard Knocks, but needing the culture change in Cleveland, he's one of the guys that started setting the tone.
Now they get Freddie Kitchens in there. He was my tight ends coach in Dallas early on, and he's going to take advantage of it. He and Baker Mayfield are on the same page. And it's hard. You don't see it when you look at Freddie, but Freddie was a former quarterback himself.
Yeah, Alabama.
Is that Zeke and Saquon playing defense right now?
They're out there on the field with the NFC defense.
Oh,
this is what it's turned into. Look at this.
Oh, is this edge rusher Zeke here?
Ran a little ET, came underneath there.
Yeah.
He's got to wrap a little. He's got to have a little bit more patience, right?
There you go.
You're not seeing things, folks. That is Zeke Elliott out there playing defense for Jason Garrett, who is wildly entertained with how he's using his star running back today. Had the fake punt, and now he's got him lined up out there defensively and here playing special teams. As it's a 47-yard attempt for Myers. And he puts it through. In the AFC, shutting out the NFC. February 2nd at 9 Eastern on CBS. And the winner will receive a $25,000 donation from the NFL Foundation to a charity of his choice. No team has ever been shut out in a Pro Bowl. 20-0 right now. AFC shutting out the NFC. As Mitchell Trubisky from the Bears remains in at quarterback. He quickly gets it to Kittle, who was tackled by Chris Harris. Lisa.
Thank you, Tess. Andrew, you've talked all season long about how much fun it is to be playing football again. What's been fun about this Pro Bowl week?
Yeah, the guys, obviously. It's a group of guys, unbelievable fans, the hospitality of Orlando. The weather's a little bit fun. It's fun when you're playing, not so much fun when you're standing. But it's all good.
Now, you guys really kind of surprised some folks this year with your play. You have a good young nucleus of players. So what's next for the Colts?
We got to take the next steps. We've got to become more disciplined. I've got to become more disciplined. We've got to improve on our fundamentals and technique. Got to become a better football team. And that's exciting. It's great when you got great leadership with Chris Ballard and Frank Reich at the top. And as players, we've got to make sure we're working.
Thank you, Andrew. Keep having fun. Keep singing in the rain.
Appreciate it.
He mentions the general manager, Chris Ballard. I don't know that I've seen a more productive rookie crop for any one team when you think about the draft that the Colts had.
I had several conversations with Chris Ballard, and he talked about building this team the right way. Some general managers will go out in free agency and try to find players. They want to build and home grow this team through the draft, specifically up the middle, Tess.
Here's 3rd and 5 for Trubisky. He's going to look for Adams. And Adams searching for a flag and not finding one as he was covered by Xavier Howard from the Dolphins. What do you think, Whit?
Oh, I think he got his helmet there underneath. I certainly think that's a pass interference.
You think so?
Gets underneath that helmet at the end of it.
I mean, I think we've seen a few worse.
We absolutely have, Boog.
That's all everybody's been talking about this week is what happened at the end of the Saints-Rams in the NFC Championship game. Of course, a lot of layers to that story.
Right.
Though, Boog, your point on Chris Ballard, though, I mean, a lot of teams want to have that formula where they want to build it in the draft right now and do it. But that's easier said than done.
Yeah.
You look at Green Bay, they kind of struggled at doing that here in the last 4 or 5 years. But as you said, it's hard to identify these talents. We've seen it for John Elway and identifying quarterbacks, and how hard that is. It's not easy. It's a rigorous process to go through, and that's why when you see the success of the Indianapolis Colts, all you can do is tip your hat to Chris Ballard for the job that he's done, not only with his first-round pick, Quentin Nelson, but his second-rounders, third-rounders, sixth- and seventh-round picks that are contributing that they can now lean on as they build this team.
Of course, first-year coaching staff there in Indy, and there will be 8 new head coaches hired this offseason, and we've been going through the list recently. You know, Bruce Arians is going to head to Tampa. Brian Flores expected to be the guy filled in there in Miami. We talked about Gase, Freddie Kitchens. We mentioned Cincinnati's open. Matt LaFleur, the young OC from Tennessee. Vic Fangio, after all these years, everything he did there in Chicago recently as the defensive coordinator. And Cliff Kingsbury now with Josh Rosen. What's the most intriguing of the new hires to you?
Well, I think the most intriguing is Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah. When you look at him and say, okay, he's going to have this opportunity. What does he bring to this with Josh Rosen when you look at it? And, you know, we see him at Texas Tech and in college, and now that's making its transition now into pro football. And what new adjustments or wrinkles does he bring there in the NFC West? I'm excited for Vic Fangio, too, to get an opportunity finally. I mean, you saw what he did last year with the Bears and that defense. I mean, he is as well respected as any head coach now in the National Football League. He was that as a coordinator. See what he does with that young team.
You know, I'll go with Adam Gase in the New York Jets because that's a job that was coveted. You get a young quarterback in Sam Darnold. Everyone wants to mold that clay. Now Adam Gase, who couldn't really get the job done in Miami with Cutler and Tannehill, now you get a piece of moldable clay in Sam Darnold. What can he do with that? To me, that's going to be very fun to watch.
31-yard reception here as Jared Cook went up high. You know, you bring up Vic Fangio getting the job there in Denver, and if that's not the summation of where we are with stock prices and the coaching ranks, I don't know what is. Because there he is, you know, in the late summer of his career, after all the years of grinding away, because he's on the defensive side of the ball. Meanwhile, if you're an offensive coach in your young 30s, you touched upon a scheme that everybody falls in love with, boom, you're going to get a job. Here you are. There are so many good young defensive coaches. How about this Dallas staff with Chris Richard?
Chris Richard is
defensive plays.
Exactly. He's somebody that'll be in line for a job soon. And you speak of the offensive coaches, if you just touch Sean McVay this offseason, they were going to hire you somewhere.
But Vic Fangio earned it on the merits. Yeah. Good for him. Kudos to him. He's an old-school football coach, and his players respect the heck out of him. I'm excited to see what he does.
Will the NFC break through? Remember, there has never been a team shut out in the Pro Bowl. Fourth quarter.